Okay, once the plan have been developed and objectives are established, they must be into a design phase or to a develop phase. Okay, this is what we do in our software engineering skills. Once you have planned, you have seen everything requirements like hardware requirements, software requirements, anything you have framed. Then finally we will go to some design part. That is, we will write some flow charts and algorithms. But here in management, what we do, it is like flow charts and algorithm only, but we will organize them in a proper management type. Okay, what you'll do that, look here, it includes determine activities required to achieve the goals, group these activities into departments, assign a manager for each department, defining and delegating responsibility and authority, make provision for coordination of activities. These are the things what we do in organizing. That is, once I have planned everything, once I have got these are my goals, what I do is I divide the teams. Okay, first before implementing that, I divide the teams and I'll make the teams in such a way that each team will be having particular manager. Different levels I'll make one manager in each teams, and I'll allot the particular thing or particular task for that team, and that manager has to take care of that team. Next team, certain specific task according to the objectives whichever I have. For example, whatever I am taking the goal, one team will be very good in something to do the task and another team will be another thing. So I will divide the task in such a way that I'll give the task to each groups and I'll maintain a manager for that groups. That is what in organizing we do. That is, look here, determine the activities required to achieve the goal. What are the main activities I have to do to achieve the goal? What are the main things I have to do? Whether I have to code the systems or I have to take with hardware components. For example, I am opening a small organization or I want to open a small store. My goal is to open a small store and I should get a good profit from that. Like our Reliance Trends, you take Reliance Digital, I am opening one store. So what I'll do, I will divide the task into separate teams. I'll make one team as the hardware team, I'll make one team as the software team, and one team as a marketing team, one team as a sales team. I'll divide the teams into such a way that each team will be having one manager. Okay, that manager takes care of everything. I think you people have seen this. Wherever you go in stores and all, there will be certain people who will be working and they have to report to one manager. Sales team will be there, marketing team will be there, different, and for customers, different teams will be there. Like this, what are the main activities required? You have to see and you have to group them into a certain teams and manager. That is, look here, assign a manager for each department. We have to assign a manager for each department. Defining and delegating responsibility and authority. That is, once the manager is defined for each team, I will be the main owner. I will be the CEO or CD. I will give the task to that manager. Manager has to assign the task to, in turn he has to assign the task to the people who are there in that team. That is what organizing. In level, step by step, you have to do the activities. Okay, make provision for coordination of activities. This is very important. Wherever you go, coordination is must and should. Without coordination between the staff, between the manager or between the higher level team, you cannot complete any task. There should be a coordination between them so that those people interact with the manager, in turn manager will interact with the higher authorities. So this is what organization. Understood? So once you will plan, you will set up, you want to set up one company, or you want to become an entrepreneur, or you want to set up a small business, you want to open an organization, anything. You take, first you will plan, you will see the goals. What are the main important I have to do to achieve my profit? That's all. That is main your goal. That is, you will frame the vision and mission of that activity. Then to overcome, that is, then to put that into task, first you have to organize it. Then the next step will come. Okay, that is the second step of management. First one is planning, second is organizing. The third one is staffing. What is this? Staffing is nothing but selection or doing some task. I'll show you what is that. I'll see that it is also considered as an important function in building the human organization. It involves finding the right person for each job. Now I have framed the team. Okay. In that team, for example, 10-10 or 2-2-3-3 will be there. In that, I have to find in that team which two people are there, whether that person is fit to do my task, whichever I am going to give. Or what is the main important he is good at. I have to see that. I have to select which person that person is able to do my task whichever I am giving. That is one selecting. In the team, you have to select a proper person and you have to assign what is the task he is capable of doing. That is known as selection. Understood? So fixes responsibility for a manager to find the right person for the right job and ensures enough manpower for various positions needed for the organization. That is very, very important. If you go with a small store or small business, less people are enough. But you go with a big organization, manager has to take care that particularly to do particular task, whether he is having manpower or not. That is important. Just frame one team and give the task. It is not like that. You have to see that person, whether that staff who you have selected is able to do the task which you are giving or not. That is very important. So select a manpower in such a way that you have to see that that person is capable of doing the things. And finally, very important thing, output of any management you take, you should get a good profit from that. That's all. You should not go to loss. That is the main important task you have to do. Okay. So ensures manpower for various positions needed for the organization, which involves selection and training of future managers and suitable system of compensation. That is, I'll get certain team of people. Okay, I'll select this person is able to do certain tasks. He will be having particular knowledge to do the task. But the main team of a manager, what he do, he has to train the persons, right? Anywhere you go, first thing will be selecting the staff and next thing will be training them. You go to software companies, those people will select you, hire you people, and you will be in a desk for certain amount of time that you will be into training period, right? They will train you, even though you have a knowledge of whatever they are thinking of, but they will train you people so that you people should become good in their perspective. Okay, so training is needed. So manager has to do that. Manager will select one person as a team leader in the group so that he will be training all the team people who are there in that group. Okay, training is very important. That is what selection. Select the people in such a way that they should be able to accomplish the task whichever you are giving. So before that, you train them properly so that you can put them into the particular task. Okay. So different objectives require different kinds of organizations. This is what in staffing, very, very important thing. Different organizations will be there. Now I am telling a simple example of a store. You can open organization like educational institution. You can open a hospital. Anything you take, you can open a small scale business. Anything you take, this planning is required. Organization is required, staffing. All these processes or all the functions of management are required for doing even a small household thing. Also, these things will be there, but we don't know. We won't be knowing that technically. We won't be using this in your even in when you, for example, your father or your mother will be thinking of to construct a new house, right? So first thing what they'll do, their main aim will be, I have to construct a big home in such a way that somewhere they'll keep one goal. My house should be there, the location should be like this, and they'll think. Then what they'll give this planning or whatever they are thinking in such planning, this thing they will give to the engineers who are there. So what engineers will do, based on your goal, based on your idea, they'll start doing the controlling business. That is, they'll start to write the blueprint for that, right? After writing the blueprint, everything, they'll start staffing. Andre, they'll want to select, they want to, what is that, workers irtaralla. They have to select the workers, which worker will be good. That is, they will select one person, mestri anta gottalla nimge. They select that person who will be able to handle all the employees. That is staffing. Finally, after staffing, next will be the next step. Like this, not only any, only in this educational institution or hospitals or politically, not only don't think of these organizations. Wherever you go, this management is important. Okay. Doing a small thing also, management is important. That is why this subject is common for all the branches, not only engineering, MBA, MCA, all the branches today. Wherever you, subject will be common for all the people, because you have to study that. Management is common subject.